Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to my channel once more. I still remain Ejiro Omobide. So last week we had our women's conference in church. I was really busy, but we thank God it was a success. It was wonderful. It was filled up with great ministers of God like Pastor Eti Omobide, Pastor Mrs. Foluke Achidume from Abeokuta, Pastor Mrs. Mercy Ezekiel from Lagos, Pastor Mrs. Mercy Grandel. It was wonderful. It was great. It was enlightening, and I thank God that this month it ushered us into this new month where we are going to blossom abundantly. First of all, happy new month to you all once more. So today we're going to be talking about something very interesting. And the course of the conference, I had this great part of it which I enjoyed. It's a Friday morning, which was referred to as the morning of joy. It was a time where you get to learn about marriage, get to learn about what you need to get into marriage. As a young married woman, I was opportuned to learn a lot in that session. Now we talked about the school of marriage. Looking at it closely, if you have to get a certificate, you have to go to primary school, secondary school, go to the university, or go to a polytechnic. If you have to be a professional caterer, you have to go to the catering school, or there's always a school for something to get a certificate. So now the question we should ask ourselves here is, why is it that in marriage there's actually no school to go before you get to marriage? And marriage is the greatest institution ever. It is an institution where you do not graduate. It is an institution where you are there for life. But it was brought to our knowledge that our everyday life before we get married is actually a school for marriage. If you fail at that point in the school before you get married, you would actually fail in the marriage because you were not prepared for that examination. Marriage is like the examination that you do not finish writing. If there's improper preparation before the marriage, there's always a tendency to fail in the marriage. And I got to realize that our everyday life before we get married, the people we meet that are already married, we are supposed to learn under them. We are supposed to learn under them as young people, young couples that get married. You see older couples that have spent so much time in marriage. Hey, don't just walk past and turn your face like it means nothing. It is something. You have to sit down, learn, ask questions, ask how they got there, ask what took them there, ask how did they stand by each other, especially in this period where you find out that it's like marriages do not last anymore. I was looking closely into the book of Ruth, and I discovered that in Ruth chapter 3, Ruth listened to everything Naomi told her to do when she goes to Boaz's place where he cuts his grains. She listened, and when she came back after that incident in chapter 4, she gave Naomi a rundown of everything, how it went. That is how you learn, by listening, not listening to some part and forgetting some part, or listening to some part or listening to the part that favors you alone. No, in the school of marriage, you listen to every detail. Pay attention to every detail. Pay attention to every knowledge that you can get and grab it, use it in depthly without missing any one of them. So actually today the video is talking about telling us that the school for marriage is before marriage. And as young people, let us try everything we can to learn under those, be ready to learn under those that have gone past that stage, because they've created a path which you're supposed to ask them, how did they create that path, so you can walk smoothly through that path. Thank you for listening today. God bless you. I promise to bring you more exciting videos, more knowledgeable videos. And yeah, I have a new book of which we're going to do a review. It's the book by Joanna Weaver, Having a Merry Heart in a Matter World. It's about trying to put yourself together in the busyness of life, coping with the business of life and ministry and intimacy with God, so that there can be a balance in life. Thank you so much for watching. Love you. And I posted one video before of myself and my daughter. You can go back and watch it. It's exciting. God bless you. Have a happy August.